the Columbus Convention Center, the Battelle Grand Hall, the inaugural Holiday Hoopla. 18 games over the next 3 days. And we kick things off with Columbus West and Logan. All the action in this special presentation brought to you by the OH Report coming up next.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
Welcome to the inaugural Holiday Hoopla from the Columbus Convention Center in Columbus, Ohio. Hello to all of you watching here, and happy holidays. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Bryce Coder from the OH Report. And Bryce, this is going to be a fun 3 days, isn't it?
I think so. Definitely a packed schedule for us down here in beautiful downtown Columbus, Ohio, where everything's happening in the short north. Definitely excited for these student athletes as well as they prepare for these games. I mean, it's got to be a dream for them. Just had a great Christmas, going to play some tournament basketball, and then still on break through the new year.
So we have 6 games each day over the next 3 days, 18 total, and we will start off with Columbus West and Logan. Some little facts for you folks about these two teams. Columbus West coming in with a record of 4-4. They are 3-1 in the Columbus City League. They started off 0-3. They bounced back with 4 straight wins before falling to South last Friday.
And, you know, especially with a lot of these good teams in the OCC area, they may start off slow, but really the defining factor is how you expand through the middle of the season. And I think a showcase like this where you are playing some higher level talent is a really great way to establish the rest of your season.
And now taking a look at the Logan Chieftains and head coach Rob Hayes. They are 1-5, 0-4 in the OCC Buckeye Conference. 2 losses to start. They beat Vinton County, and then 3 straight losses as they get ready for this.
And for Logan, 1-5 and 0-4 in the conference, so kind of struggling in the region. This would really be a statement victory for them if they could pull this one off.
And we are underway. Logan wins the tip, and Jackson Stimmel with it. Kicks it over to Hudson Edwards. They work it around the perimeter. 3 up in the air by Owen Bell. No good. Rebound out to Columbus West, and they get their first possession of the game. Quickly to the hole. That is Jameer Johnson. Loses it on the way up, and back comes Logan. And luckily, they keep it in possession after that's knocked out of bounds.
So right away at first glance, Logan definitely going to try to rely on those down screens to create scoring opportunities along the perimeter. We just saw it there. A great in-motion shot, just not able to get it to fall.
Inbounds to Stimmel. Stimmel hands it off to Daniel Bowers. Left side 3 in the air. It's airballed and rebounded by Elijah Broomfield. So a turnover on the first possession for West. They'll look to get something going here on their second. Johnson gets it left side to J. Allen Lane. Back to Johnson.
A little bit of confusion there. Two defenders picking up one guy. We'll see if they continue to exploit that, really moving the ball quickly.
Johnson straight away against this 2-3 zone from Logan. Really packing it in here early on. Just underway. First game of 18 at the Holiday Hoopla here from the Convention Center. 3 in the air from Lane. Off the rim. Offensive board. Put back won't go. And another offensive board will. And Columbus West. A little bit of history. The first ever buckets here at the Hoopla. And then Logan can't get it in. They turn it over as we take a look at the replay.
A great putback, great effort by Columbus West, staying with that one. 2 offensive rebounds to make that one happen. Then the press working as planned, the and one.
Count the bucket in the foul. Jameer Johnson with his first points off the inbounds. You take a look. Nice inbounds play. Foul will go against Daniel Bowers. That's the first for either team here today. And Johnson will look to complete the 3-point play. And he does.
You know, that's something I actually picked up from Joe Balo. You know, a lot of times in basketball, some plays may go in passing, especially inbound plays. You may think the goal is to get the ball inbound, but Joe Balo really sees it as an opportunity to create easy buckets for yourself.
The great man that is Joe Balog, all high school Hall of Famer in Ohio, also the Ohio Basketball Hall of Famer here in April. And stolen away by Johnson. He's looking to add on. Nifty pass layup will go for G. Allen Lane.
Realizing if they maintain the pace, they'd have numbers all the way, but just needed to find a window, and that he did.
Jalen Lane with another steal. He gets to the lane. He lays it. He's got another.
Athletic play there, moving away from the basket with the layup, and already a 9-0 lead.
And Logan will have to take a timeout. So just underway here from the Battelle Grand Hall.
And I really like that second possession from Columbus West as well. They turned it over a little bit too quickly. Second time they said, we're going to settle down a little bit. We're going to find a scoring opportunity, and it's busted open this run for them.
Do want to welcome everybody watching today. This special presentation from Bleacher Republic, the ones putting together this special 3-day extravaganza of hoops between Columbus area schools and schools from all around the state of Ohio. We have some really good games coming your way. Logan facing some full court pressure. They do get it in, but they're going to have to hurry to get it across half court. Hudson Edwards does just that. Edwards with a handoff to Bowers, and we will get a jump ball. Possession will be changed. It'll be a turnover.
So
as Lane once again. 9-0 West here. 2.5 minutes in.
Just swarming the Chieftains with pressure, trying to make them force a decision that isn't a good one, and they've been successful in doing so. The press really laying it down on them.
3 turnovers by Logan here in the first moments of this one. And West has been able to take advantage, gets them out to a 9-0 lead. Lane placing his teammates where he wants them. Lom gets it back straight away as Johnson trying to get inside but passes it off. Lom again down the baseline, kicks it outside. Nice ball fake by Lane. He drives it in and gets rejected by Owen Bell, and back comes Logan. Edwards to the hoop. He's fouled. Not fouled, actually. Loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with Logan. Take a look at the full replay right here.
Heard the footsteps behind him. Tried to go up with it, but blocked from behind. They'll maintain possession, but that one would have been a heartbreaker after the steal.
Inbounds go into the back court as Jackson Stimmel will receive it. Gets it off to Dylan Lawrence. Lawrence almost throws it away. Nice job again by Columbus West. Almost got the pick 6 there.
Telegraphed that passing lane all the way. Defender picked up on it quickly. Used the bottom hand, though. I think if he would have used the top hand to push it down the court, that would have been an easy 2 for him.
Some substitutions in here. Isaiah Corbett in for Columbus West. Hudson Edwards. Logan still looking for its first bucket here as we approach the midway point of quarter one. Edwards pulls up for two, and it's pure.
So great job of creating a little scoring opportunity for himself off of the dribble, sensed the pressure all the way, and when he collapsed the defense, they didn't push up on him, just took the easy two.
Lom into the lane. Little bit of contact. He'll get 2 free throws as we take a look at the jumper on the other end. Blake Chambers called for his first foul. Team's second.
And asking yourself, what does your opponent want here? Columbus West definitely wanting to apply the pressure and run a fast pace, but Logan trying to create those scoring opportunities off of jump shots, utilizing those down screens in motion. Maybe an offensive rebound or two could really awaken this offense.
Adrisa Loam misses the first. Misses them both, but an offensive board. Jackson can't get the putback to fall, and finally Blake Chambers comes out with it. So a blank possession for West as Logan tries to get this back to within 2 possessions as we hit the midway point of quarter number 1. Owen Bell to the hoop and gets the score. It's 4 straight for Logan.
Just using the shoulder to protect the ball from the defender. An easy basket for him, and already picking up 2 quick baskets. This one gets a little bit more interesting.
Johnson eyeing up the defense. Tries to crossover, loses it. It's a turnover. Back comes Owen Hughes. Hughes tried passing it, deflects off the knee of a player, so we continue on. Back to Hughes in the corner. And a tough pass gets intercepted by Lane. Lane all the way up. Lays it up and in. J. Allen Lane has 6 here in the opening quarter. It's 11-4.
Has been the thorn in their side. The turnovers they're forced so far tonight.
Chambers with a deep 3, just a bit short, and the rebound goes out to Bloomfield. Broomfield works his way back down into the paint. He'll get it inside, lays it up and in.
Just defensively, that's way too easy of a basket to give up. That's 2 in a row where you really should have had a better contest on it, but it leads to an easy basket, and one more after the turnover. He's tripped.
Yeah, Johnson gets the strip and then fouled from behind. Foul will go against Hudson Edwards. That's his first, team's third. And now West 2 fouls away from being in the bonus for the first quarter. LaShawn Bolding and Jalen Johnson now in for Columbus West. Corbett with it. Gets it right side to Jameer Johnson. He'll back things out. Logan looking for the trap. Doesn't work. Layup inside will go for Davion Jackson.
And even though that was deflected, that's exactly what they wanted. They had the extra pass there as he approached the right block. Along the left block, they've really started packing the box.
Corner 3, Stimmel. Can't get that to fall. Rebound comes out to Corbett, and off and running is Columbus West with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Corbett over to Johnson. Johnson stutters, backs things out. Under 2 to play, first quarter. Now to Corbett against this extended now 2-3 zone.
Giving up a lot of space on the baseline. We'll see if West picks up on that. A lot of wide open guys as they approach the block.
Matchup zone, more like it for Logan. And West with a 11-point lead, just happy moving the ball around, running some clock here early on. Johnson looking for a screen. Kicks it right side to Lane. Lane into the lane. Puts it up, can't get it to fall, and into the hands of Blake Chambers. Chambers ahead to Edwards. Edwards loses the handle. It'll be a turnover, and the 4th team foul against Logan after the steal.
So Columbus West, after establishing an 11-point lead, they're starting to ask a different question of this defense. They're starting to realize that they're just going to sit back and try to contest some layups. Now pulling the ball back, passing it around the perimeter, asking Logan, saying if you want to get back into this game, you've got to apply a little bit of pressure, and that they're doing with the press.
West breaks it, but trapped again in the corner is Corbett. Corbett, and we will get a timeout by Columbus West, the first of the day for them.
So moving to the trap now, that's something we haven't seen so far in this game from Logan, and already one possession in. It's worked for him as they forced the timeout.
15 for the score here in game 1 of 18 at the Holiday Hoopla. We'll have all 18 games for you.
For Columbus West, you've got to be saying in your huddle, you know, we're the better team here. We just have to execute the small things, and they've definitely picked up the pace in doing that, really forcing a lot of guys down low, betting on their physicality against Logan.
So 51.5 left, and, you know, you're used to some of the – you're down here in the Columbus area. The City League, it isn't a slouch. It's one of the toughest leagues in the state, and it's shown just with the physicality and the speed that you're seeing from West so far.
And the athleticism as well. I think that's something that when teams play out of conference against some of these OCC teams, they're really taken aback, or some of these Columbus area teams, they're really taken aback by how fast some of these guys are, and they just create scoring opportunities with, you know, really gifted dribbling there.
And a little bit too fast of the dribbling. A fireball thrown to Corbett inside. He loses the handle. It's a turnover, and with 29.6 left, Logan will have a chance to get this back to within single digits after one.
That one definitely a fireball. I think if you're a quarterback on a football field, you expect the wide receiver to have it, but
that's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Logan with 19 seconds left. Yeah, like one of those Patty Mahomes rocket throws in there.
Got to get the ball in. They do.
Bowers, or actually Hughes, in the lane, kicks it out to Stimmel. Extra pass straight away. Back to Stimmel for three. In and out. Rebound to Lane. 8 seconds left. He has to push things here. Lane across the timeline. At the top of the key. 3 seconds. Crosses through his legs. Step back three at the buzzer. Air balls. And that is how quarter number 1 will end. We've played one here in the opening game of the 2024 Holiday Hoopla. Columbus West 15, Logan 4. We'll be back.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the oh.report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
For the score in favor of Columbus West, the opening game of the Holiday Hoopla, the inaugural Holiday Hoopla. Travis Berardi back here with Bryce Coder, as the threes will still not fall for Logan. However, an offensive board and a nice mid-range jumper for Hudson Edwards gives him his 4th point, gives Logan the 15-6 deficit.
In the huddle after 1 quarter of play for Logan. I mean, looking at the score, you're trailing by 11, but you got to feel at least somewhat good about this. The skill gap isn't necessarily as big as you expected as they convert an easy 5-footer there. You're matching up decently well against the physicality, but it's the pressure that's really getting to them. Towards the end of the first quarter, they were able to settle down a little bit and find some open shots, but as you just said, the three-pointers have not been falling for them. If they were, this would be a totally different ball game.
And you're seeing the muscle of West, too, as Davion Jackson got the bucket on one end. He'll get the rebound here as the threes continue not to fall for Logan here. Back to an 11-point game, 1 minute into the second quarter.
So maybe not necessarily from 20 feet, but we have seen a lot of really good opportunities from that mid-range game. And if you can start to collapse this defense, you may be able to open things up a pass or two down the road and create more easy opportunities for yourself. But again, the three-pointer has to fall at some point in this game if you want to get back into it.
Johnson straight away to Schofield. Juan Schofield with it, the senior. Senior late in class here for Columbus West. Into the lane is Johnson. Johnson pulls up off the back iron, no, but the ball's around. It's an offensive board to put back, unable to drop, and we will get a jump ball. And possession should stay with Columbus West. So a couple offensive rebounds there, but, you know, couldn't get anything to fall.
Once again, Columbus West maintaining this mentality. If you're not going to pressure us, we'll just hold on to the ball and win this basketball game 17-6. Logan finally applying the pressure towards the end of that possession, getting the play going. But they were going with the trap. It looks like not necessarily this time, and the trap is difficult. I mean, it's something that people don't take into account. It's a lot of running. It's physically demanding, and if you don't execute a trap well, you're just creating space for another guy to move into.
Jameer Johnson with the first three of the day from straight away. And just immediately after, Logan with the turnover. So now with a 14-point lead, Columbus West has a chance to extend this and get some more comfort room here in the second quarter.
Again, maintaining that slow pace of play. Perimeter attackers just replacing each other. They force it inside, unable to come up with it, but an incredible
and what
grab.
hustle.
Yeah.
You know what? Jackson could have just lost that and given up, but look at the hustle he has. Loses it and then dives on it as West gets the timeout. And that's some good work by them. As we have some spotlights for you for both teams. The West Cowboys under head coach Isaac Jefferson, who called that timeout. The last three games for them, a 6-point victory against Central Crossing, a 20-point victory against Marion Franklin, and then lost 58-46 to Columbus South. They were 9-13 last year. They lost in the sectional finals to Westerville North, 86-41. We've seen Westerville North. They're a pretty darn good basketball team. 2 losses, though, are by 2 possessions or less, and this year they're averaging 54 points, giving up 52.
And talking about Westerville North and the trapping defense that they're able to establish, I mean, if you want to see a master class in the trap press, take a look at that Westerville North defense last year. Haven't gotten a chance to see them this year just yet, but I would imagine it'd be a lot of the same. But, Columbus West succumbing to the pressure a little bit when we did see the trap. That's something that they're going to have to work on throughout the season and realize that they can't just throw the ball down the court and get easy layups every time.
There you see the Logan bench. Some sweat already because, this Columbus West team, they're in your face for the full length of the court. And that is Columbus City League basketball for you. Inbounds to Schofield. Works around the perimeter, can't get it to go, and unable to get his rebound. It's out of bounds. It'll go back to Logan as they continue to look for that first 3 ball to fall. Full court pressure once again for West.
Been on a scoring drought for the last couple of minutes.
Dylan Lawrence with it. Kicks it over the stem, almost overthrew him, but he was able to make the catch. Now to Brock Thomas. Thomas looking inside. Lawrence, double team, kicks it back out to Bell for 3, and they finally get one to fall. Owen Bell, the junior, 6'3" junior, forward with his 5th point. It's 20-9.
Definitely great in-rhythm shot for him, but a little bit of a change offensively where they're also starting to pack the box. When they threw the ball down low, the ball handler's eyes went to the other block looking for the cut for the easy 2-point basket. And honestly, I think when he looked back out, that's the reason that the guy was open.
West looking for an answer. Loam looks at coach, gets the call, and they'll get into their offense. Just a motion offense, screen across, try to get a man open up top. Schofield in the corner, works around one defender, loses the handle, ball's on the ground, taken by Logan, and they will get the timeout after the turnover. So a 5-5 quarter thus far as we take a look at the replay, and both teams really hustling here on the floor at the Columbus Convention Center.
Yeah, and as a coach, when you see a play like that, you could just get the ball out, but really rewarding the physicality and saying you work for that ball. We're going to give you the break and an honest opportunity to get a basket on the other end of the floor.
Once again, I want to say hello to everybody watching on our feed right now. You get to watch all day. We will have all 6 games today, all 6 games tomorrow, all 6 games Sunday.
Really getting a look not only at the Columbus area schools, but regionally as well as they move towards the northeast and northwestern Ohio portions. You start to see a clash in the styles, and not even between the schools, but the actual regions themselves. The Cleveland area, more northeastern, really relying on the physicality, whereas the Columbus area relying on that speed and the pressure to drive things home for them.
Stimmel across the timeline, gets it right side to Lawrence. Logan hit their first 3 of the game on their last possession. And we're going to get a foul. Idrissa Lom called for his first foul. That's the team's first. Midway point here, the second quarter. West with a 20-9 lead. Stimmel hands it off to Edwards, who gives it to Bell. Bell hit the 3, trying to get him open once again as Bell cuts inside. Edwards, though, decides to keep it and dish it off to Lawrence. Under 4 to play in the half. Bell gets it back top of the key to Edwards. Edwards will try to drive. He pulls up from about 13 feet, won't fall. Rebound out to Broomfield. Back comes West. Logan not running that full court pressure. They pick up at the midcourt line. Johnson gets it off the lane. Man-to-man defense now by Logan. Lom, he has 2 points today. Back the lane.
They will just burn down the clock. This is just like a 3-man weave they're running at the top of the key all the way back towards the half-court line. And again, saying if you're not going to pressure us, we'll just hold on to it. I would like to see a little bit more of the trap. They ran it on a couple of possessions, and I think it worked well for them. But again, you really have to execute the trap well, and especially against a fast team like this. If you don't execute the trap well, you're just creating space for the attackers to move into.
Johnson, left side, gets around his defender, pulls up just inside the 3-point line, doesn't go. Rebound fought for, taken out by Bell, and we're going to get a foul about 94 feet away by Broomfield. That'll be his first, the team's second of the quarter.
For Logan, you know, if you could knock maybe 30 seconds off of that possession, that was a pretty good one. You forced it, not necessarily the best shot, kept him outside of 15 feet, and he wasn't able to convert. Got to string together a few more of those and definitely some more baskets. Good job here as they work it to the middle. That's oftentimes the goal of a press break, is to get the ball to the middle just to maximize your options.
Out with it is Edwards. Along the baseline, picks up his dribble, looking, gets it back out to Lawrence. Lawrence now to Hughes, right side. Bell were another 3, just off the mark. Offensive rebound, put back, foul in a bucket.
So great effort play, not taking no for an answer after the missed basket, getting his hands back on it even though there was a lot of competition in the area, and just putting it back against the glass for 2.
Broomfield called for his second, the team's third. Dylan Lawrence with the offensive board, got the bucket to fall, has a chance to make this an 8-point game. Too strong, rebound fought for, taken out by Schofield. Logan can get a stop and a bucket, as Joe Baylog would say. You get a stop, bucket, you're right back in this. Well, it's only a 9-point game. Schofield gets it to Lane, who will back things out once again with 1:45 left in the half. Lane now to Johnson. Johnson.
So they're balancing weak side, strong side, where they're establishing a strong side and then allowing the far guy to clear out and then bouncing it back over to that strong side. They're trying to create opportunities inside like they are here. This one rejected, though.
A little bit of the hand by Stimmel. You see, just got the deflection. It'll be West inbound underneath the hoop with 1:21 left.
And West saying, you know, we don't need the three ball. That's something that they've seen their opponents really try to establish. But for Columbus West, they're saying we can get the ball within 15 feet and still win this basketball game.
Schofield backs things out. Coming up on a minute left in the half, and now Logan giving some pressure to force them to get into their offense. Off the Lane, who has 6 points. Him and Johnson, 6 and 7, are the two leaders in the game.
So that's what I mean there. At the top of the key, a little bit of indecision about whether or not he was going to pick up the ball handler, pick up the guy he was assigned to. In that situation, he just passed it right out, an easy pass.
Working it around as we hit 45 seconds left. Schofield, left side to Johnson. Johnson trying to avoid the double team, gets it inside the lane from the elbow. Nice jumper there. It's 22-11. Quickly back the other way comes Logan. 23 seconds left. Along the baseline, he stepped on the baseline. It's a turnover, Logan, and West with a chance to add on to its 11-point lead before the end of the half.
A little bit more misery to add to this quarter. 7 points for Logan, but they are trailing by double digits, and West will likely hold for the last possession.
22-11 the score. It's a 7-7 quarter, but a strong start by West has them up 11. Elbow jumper, in and out, and a foul on the rebound. And we'll go back the other way with 1:8 left. It'll be enough for a catch, a dribble, and a release. Davon Jackson called for his first foul, and we will get a timeout to set things up by Logan.
So Logan calls a timeout, and from the look that they established, it's only going to be about a 3/4 court press. They are going to let him inbound, it looks like, and they're just going to swarm the ball handler as soon as he gets it.
There's a nice view of the Battelle Hall, the Battelle Grand Hall here. I gotta admit, I like the roof. You can see the roof up at the top of our screen right here. It's a very unique spot, but the way they have this set up, you got the nice seating down here in the bleachers, a lot of room, and a lot of good basketball to be played over the next 3 days.
And, you know, I'm local to the area. I've been here growing up all the way through high school several times a year. Every time I've been in this room, it does not look the same. They change it every single time. This is the first time I've ever seen a basketball court in it.
Well, you were telling me you met Jerry Springer down here before.
I met Jerry Springer down by the bathrooms. I was approaching him, made eye contact. I really had to use the restroom, so just passed him by, met him on the way out.
There's Logan, the Chieftains. After their timeout, they will get the inbounds pass here with 1.8 seconds. Can we see an all Valparaiso play? One of the great plays in NCAA tournament history. We'll find out right here. Thomas looking to inbounds. Gets it to Bowers. Bowers from about half court at the buzzer. It's over the top of the hoop, and that is how the first half will end. Columbus West leads things 22-11 as we head to the break in Game 1 of the Holiday Hoopla. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with some halftime stats and more right here from Columbus.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
Bleacher Republic is just kicking off their festivities for 2024 and 2025. We got many events coming your way, starting, well, today. Next up will be in March, the Fieldhouse Frenzy, March 21st to the 23rd, 2025, right here in Columbus. Then the Hardwood Heroes in Columbus, April 4th to 6th. The Spring Sizzle here, April 11th to the 13th. The Buckeye Classic, April 25th to the 27th. Also in Hamilton, Ohio, the Thrill at the Mill, March 29th and 30th, as well as next in Cincinnati, May 2nd to the 4th in Hamilton, Ohio. All these events brought to you by Bleacher Republic, and it starts here today. We'll take another break and be back with some halftime stats right here. Holiday Hoopla, Game 1.
Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the oh. Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
Back here in Columbus, Holiday Hoopla, Game 1, halftime report. As your score at the break, 22-11 in favor of the Columbus West Cowboys. Travis Berardi back here with Bryce Coder as we take a look at those halftime stats. 11 field goals, 1-3 for West, 5 field goals, 1-3 for Logan, but they have 8 turnovers. That's the key because points off of turnovers really in the favor of Columbus West.
So for West, you got to be saying in the locker room that, things are going well for us. We just got to establish our pace of play again, got to maintain that level of physicality. But for Logan, not necessarily feeling as bad as maybe you could. A lot of the issues they're facing are solvable, like the rebounding issue. Easily solved by just getting a body on a guy. That's something that has slipped their mind in the last couple of possessions. And the turnovers, like you said, have really been devastating to their cause. It seems like every time they start chugging along, start establishing a run, a turnover derails it.
Yeah, 9-3 rebounding advantage for Columbus West. As we welcome you back here inside Battelle Grand Hall.
So this is always what you like to see. In the timeout, you can make little adjustments here and there to kind of address the things that you're seeing. But in the locker room, you can really take a moment and draw up some of the schematics of what you're seeing on the court, ways you can remedy it, and what you need to do in order to pick up the win.
Third quarter begins with Logan in possession, down 11. They had it down 9, under a minute left, but West got a hoop. They could not get the bucket, but a nice give and go. Great play to start off the second half as Owen Bell gets his 7th point. It's 22-13. That's a way to start the second half for Logan.
Not only did he finish, he was absolutely hammered at the rim. No call. I think the defender was going straight up, but just the ability to finish through the physicality, really impressive.
Johnson gets it right at the free throw line, and it's pure by Lane. Put him in the double digits, and once again, it's an 11-point game. And a travel against Logan, another turnover as we take a look at the jumper.
That one a mental mistake there. He had the open shot in the corner. Probably would have been a good idea to go baseline like he did, but ended up lifting the foot before he put down the ball.
Just underway, second half, 24-13 in favor of Columbus West. As that's deflected out, it'll stay with them here with 7:07 left in the third. Johnson, 7 first half points, gets over the Lane, who had 8 first half points, but Lane turns it over. It's stolen by Bell. Bell gets around one defender, and that's going to be a kick, and thankfully it's a kick because it would have been a turnover if it wasn't.
So the trap working for him this time and starting to get a better look of what they're doing here. In the way they're shading their defenders, they're trying to push the ball handlers out towards the corner, utilize those extra defenders of the half court and the sideline, and force bad decisions as we've seen in the past couple of possessions.
Stimmel backs things out, gets it left side to Edwards. It's the top of the key. Now to Lawrence. Lawrence with the hustle, but does turn it over. It's stolen by Johnson. Johnson gets it to Schofield. Schofield lays it up and in.
What an incredible job by Johnson just to keep that dribble alive, understanding where his body was in space, and then maintaining the numbers for the easy assist.
As Juan Schofield with his first bucket of the day. And they get a steal. And it will stay with Columbus West, nearly given back to Logan, but another turnover by Logan as that ball was just a bit behind the cutter. If it was on the mark, that would have been a layup. Lane, left side, open look with the floater for Johnson.
Impressive shot with the floater, but what a pass there. Absolutely threading the needle between two guys, finding the lane to create the easy bucket.
The teardrop falls, and it's the largest lead of the day, 15 points for West. Another near turnover. It's into the hands of Bell. Almost tied up, gets away from that, gets it off to Stimmel. Stimmel into the corner. Works its way back out to Edwards. Edwards drives the lane. He put the floater up and in, counted in one.
Another athletic play at the rim by Logan, taking a beating once again. This time the foul called, and he has a chance at a three-point play.
Idrissa Loam called for his second foul. As Edwards with his 6-point, his first field goal of the second half. And he completes the three-point play.
Substitution for the Chiefs, number 2, Owen Hughes.
Owen Hughes checks in.
So with the lead at 12, we have seen them pull it out, and you're starting to get a look at how they are shading the defenders towards the corner. But if they can force a few turnovers, Logan may be able to get back into it. West, though, establishing their pace of play, and again, you are facing that trap, and earlier we've seen them slow it down to try to ask the question of the defense, are you going to pressure us? Now they are pressuring us. It might be a good idea to transition back to your brand of basketball, that fast-paced style, to get them out of position.
It was actually an offensive foul on Juan Schofield. His first foul, it's a turnover, and Logan, now they were down 15. They have a chance to get this back to 10 or 9. Bowers, my correction, off to Edwards. Top of the key. Gets it left side to Bowers. A deep three. He got it to go.
From 4 feet behind the three-point line, Columbus West was saying, we're not going to give you a three-pointer on the line. We want you to penetrate and face our defenders. This time finding an open shot, creating it for himself.
But the 6-0 run is finally ended as Devon Jackson gets the ball to go. Davion Jackson with his 6-point. Jumper from the free throw line right back at you, Hudson Edwards.
A little bit of a fadeaway action on that one from 16 feet, nothing but net.
5 points for him in the second half. It's back to a 9-point lead for Columbus West as we hit the midway point of quarter 3. Game number 1 of 18 at the Holiday Hoopla. Floater, no. Offensive board by Davion Jackson, and he's fouled. He's really done well underneath the hoop here today.
Definitely taking every opportunity that he can, and, you know, looking at their roster, not a ton of size necessarily for either side, but what they have been able to do has really been massive in contributing to this team.
Inbounds to Johnson. 4 minutes left in the third. Now to Lane. And again, Columbus West playing patient basketball. Logan went on a 6-0 run. And matching hoops is where we're at. 3 ball doesn't go, but over the top of Schofield. He's fouled. Nice rebound, did not go through the back of the offensive player.
You know, and as a coach, you talk to your teams, and there are just certain things that, like, cannot happen, you know. Things like these offensive rebounds here, if you want to be successful in this basketball game, you have got to figure out how to get a body on some of these guys and maintain that contact, because not only are they managing to get past the defense, but they're also able to get around them as well once they do have a body on them.
Schofield misses the first as Columbus West 0 of 3 from the line here today. This one will give him a chance to put them up 10. He's short. And it's rebounded to Logan, so another empty possession. 0 for 4 today from the line. Back comes Logan with a chance to cut into the deficit more and get this to within 3 possessions. Bowers, he's open for 3, thought about, gets it left side. Hughes for 3, too strong. Rebound finds the hands of Edwards. Edwards into the lane, floats it one-handed, no. And finally, Schofield comes out with the board. Quickly ahead to Corbett. Corbett loses the handle, gets it back, gets it stripped on the floor, and somehow stays with West. That one won't fall, but another board. This is LaShawn Bolding with the offensive rebound. He gets it inside, and the layup attempt is lost. A lot going on there, and it all results in an empty possession for West. Back comes Logan, right side, deep 3. Bowers hits it, wow. And a timeout by Columbus West. Back comes Logan. They're down 6.
So we've really seen like a shift in mentality from this offense. For the first 4 minutes of this third quarter, the mentality was really, we need points in fast any way we can get them. Now that they've kind of chipped away at this lead a little bit, they're starting to prioritize those good looks, and the shots are finally start to fall. It's something we talked about earlier on, is if the shots were falling, this would be a totally different ball game. That's the ball game we're talking about right now.
30-24 is the score. It's a 13-8 run here by Logan, thanks to the 3-ball finally falling for them. And speaking of Logan, let's take a look at their team spotlight here inside the Holiday Hoopla, what they've done here so far this season under head coach Rob Hayes. They're 1-5. Finished 2-21 last season. They ran into the juggernaut that was Delaware Hayes and made it to the state Final Four. Offense, a bit of an issue for them so far, but they play some tough teams as well in the likes of Heath, Lancaster, Reynoldsburg. They're just trying to find their footing, and a solid game today may help their season along.
Definitely, and the OCC is such a competitive conference, only over 30 teams in that conference, and talking with other coaches in the area, you know, they feel like they are well prepared coming to some of these games, but when they're playing the top talent of the OCC, they feel like it's bringing a knife to a gunfight where they don't really feel like they have the talent base to really be successful. But Logan trying to change the tone here in a win over Columbus West could really change the mentality for the rest of the season for this team. They're able to hang around not only with a really exceptional team, but with a team that is fast and athletic and can really force an offense to make bad decisions.
Schofield Again, Columbus West playing bully ball underneath. He gets the bucket to fall, gets the lead back up to 8, and Logan with an empty possession. Now they have a chance to get this back to double digits and stop some of that momentum with 90 seconds left in the third. Loam gets it back out front to Johnson, who only has 2 points so far here in the second half.
Logan's really relied on those guards to create offense for them, but coming to the basket, they've been taking it a little bit weak in the last few possessions. You've got to take it up strong. You know you're going to get whacked, but you have to finish through the contact.
That ball is deflected, so is allowed to go to the back court and stay with West. Schofield, he drives in, and he will be fouled, and we'll get some free throws here with 1:08 left in the third. We'll see if it was – actually, they're going to call it on the floor before the shot attempt. Foul's going to go against Owen Hughes, his second.
Great job there by the ball handler, recognizing that open lane. Realized he probably wouldn't have a shot coming up to the basket, not yet at least, but absorbing the contact, forcing the team foul.
Johnson tries getting it inside the Broomfield, and that will be a jump ball. Possession will stay, again, with Columbus West with 1:02 left in the quarter. But most importantly for that will change the arrow. So Logan, if there's no more jump balls, we'll get the ball to start the fourth quarter. So a stop and a bucket here, kind of that double dip for them.
Yeah, could be a great opportunity, kind of go 2 for 1 in a way. Establish the tone for the rest of the fourth quarter.
Schofield, closely guarded by Bell. Gets it over to Johnson as we're under a minute left in the third. Loam now, he drives it in, and that's going to be, is that a travel? Yes, it is. They're going to call a travel before the foul, and I think that is the right call. As we'll take a look at the replay. He kind of shuffled and then went into the defenders. You'll see right there. Yeah, there wasn't much to get a foul call on that end, and it was the right one. It's a turnover for West, and now Logan does have a chance to get that double dip. 40 seconds left in the quarter. They'll get possession to start the fourth. Left side, 3 in the air off the front iron. Does not work. Schofield gets it, and with 30 seconds left, now West has a shot.
Columbus West just needing a run of any sort. 4-0, 6-0. They've got to create a little bit of separation. They feel like they're the better team, and quite frankly, they probably are. But when you allow a team to stay in this long, the motivation, the energy can really affect the last couple of quarters.
Brock Thomas called with the foul. That time it was a shooting foul, and Schofield will go back to the line here with 24.7 left in the third. First free throw, that one is in. And he has his 5th point of the second half. All 5 points coming here in the second half. Second free throw is in. Got them both. It's a 10-point game, and we will have a substitution before the inbounds. Bolding will check back in. He'll replace Loam.
So relax the press a little bit. They're going to go back to it, and the lead stands at 10. Logan with a chance to reduce it to double digits. A good effort play. Goes back to Logan.
Look at the replay, and again, that full court pressure nearly got the steal, but now Logan in a tougher spot to inbounds on this sideline.
So that's one of the important questions of the press is he's all the way home.
Ball into the lane, layup good, and a lapse of defense there gives Stimmel his first bucket. It's 34-26 with 10 seconds left. West will take the final shot of quarter 3. And an offensive foul, so they won't. Turnover on West. Jackson's second, and with 8 seconds, well, a tenth of a second under 9 seconds left. Now Logan, a chance to get this to maybe 6, and like I said, they'll get possession too.
Trap there.
Can't get it. Bowers, right side. Hughes into the lane. And they lost the handle, and that is how the quarter will end. But Logan has this back down to single digits as we head to the fourth. We played 3 in the first game of the 2024 Holiday Hoopla. Columbus West 34, Logan 26. We'll be back.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
Fourth quarter action in the 2024 Holiday Hoopla game number 1. Columbus West 34, Logan 26. Travis Berardi back here with Bryce Coder. And Logan with a 15-13 third quarter has this to single digits. They're looking for more. And they get the friendly bounce to go. So Owen Bell's second three of the game.
Looking at the quarter breakdown, West winning the first quarter 15-4, tying the second quarter 7-7, but Logan actually winning the third quarter 15-12. So coming out of the locker room, this game has been in favor of Logan.
It's a 5-point game, the closest this has been since the first quarter. Bolding gets it down the baseline, extra pass a little bit off. It's a turnover. So we'll take a look at the three once again for Logan. They have a chance to get this to one possession as the friendly rims here at the Convention Center help Logan out that time, 34-29.
I think the ball touched every part of the rim on that one.
Right side, three for Stimmel. Airballed it, rebound out to Johnson. That could have been a huge bucket for the Chieftains. Lane backs things out. Closely guarded by Hughes, though, so he'll have to start driving. He does, gets it inside. That's Bolding. Bolding with the entry pass. It's deflected. It's turned over. Hughes takes it.
Columbus West starting to get to the point, especially if they concede a basket defensively here, where they will really need a good shot and will have to hold for one.
You see there, just trying to do too much. Tripped up, turns it over, and West will get it back with 6:30 left in regulation. Just a reminder, coming up here, around 1:15, Walnut Ridge and Cleveland Villa Angeles St. Joe's, game number 2 of 6 today. Well, Bryce and myself will be on the call coming up, so if you are watching the streams right now, just stay here. It may say stream offline for a moment, but we'll get it right back up and running. Three in the air for Logan, another one off the backboard. No offensive rebound, though. Kicks it out to Hughes. Now left side to Bell. Bell ball fakes, gets it back over to Hughes. Now to Edwards. Edwards over to Bowers. Under 6 to play in regulation. 5-point lead for Columbus West.
Pressure's there. You just can't keep moving the ball around the perimeter, though. You have to exert a little bit of pressure.
Logan running the flex offense. Inside to Bell. Bell, ball moves off his knee. He ollied it out of bounds, and it'll go back to West after the turnover. Logan had the good look there, but Bell just a little too fast with that move, knocks it off his knee, and it stays a 5-point game. Corbett gets it right side to Bolding. Bolding ball fakes. He floats it double teamed. He's fouled. He's bailed out. He'll get 2 free throws.
Realizing as soon as he put the ball on the ground that he was probably going to get fouled. Good job of still getting the shot up even though it didn't go.
Second foul on Bowers. So pretty darn competitive first game here to start things off in Columbus. And a friendly ricochet off the back of the rim falls for Bolding for his first point and a 6-point lead.
clanked off the springboks. Perfect amount of backspin to put it in.
Second free throw won't fall. And back comes Bowers. Inside the lane, doesn't drop. Defensive rebound the West as they come back out running. Lane with it. Backs things out with 5:10 left.
I get the idea. I know you're trying to get the quick basket, but definitely better options available on the court there. It seems like he pigeonholed the idea that he was going to shoot.
Into the lane, Schofield. Too strong with it. Rebounded out to Edwards. Edwards pushes things. Gets it left side to Lawrence. Back out to Bowers. Bowers inside. Back to Lawrence now. Over to Edwards for three. Too strong, but it's deflected out. But actually Lane's the one that's standing there with it, so he'll go the other way. Lane pulls it out with 4:35 left. Now he'll go back in. Euros off the glass and in. That reminded me of when you played, that pickup half-court basketball. You go past the three-point line, then reset before you can shoot it. That's what he did, and he got it to fall. It's an 8-point game once again. Back comes Logan. Hughes. Out to Bowers. Working that flex offense once again.
Down screens really starting to create opportunities, as you see there. A little bit of indecision about whether he was going to shoot, though, ended up leaving it short.
Yeah, Bell a little bit too far behind the three-point line that time. Hit it, and it's back to West with under 4 left. Lane all the way through, lays it too strong, though. Lawrence gets the rebound.
Even though he missed it, that's way too easy of a basket to give up defensively. Even from a help side perspective, he wasn't there.
Great job, great take by Lawrence for his first field goal of the second half, and the Chiefs will take a timeout. They're down 6 with 3:40 left.
It was a big basket there, put it back into 2-possession territory, and now you're more than halfway through the fourth quarter. You can start thinking about how you're going to consolidate some of your advantages in order to convert this into a win.
So Bryce and I will be on the call of the first 3 games of the day. This one next around 1:15, Walnut Ridge and Cleveland Villa, Angela St. Joe's. And then we will round out the 3 o'clock game, Marysville and Toledo St. John's. Then tonight, 3 more games, 4:45, Pick Central versus St. Ed's. That's a big game to highlight the middle part of our opening day. Then Bishop Hartley will take on Kettering Fairmont out of Dayton. And then we'll finish out with that powerhouse that is Richmond Heights taking on Columbus Northland. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to the Johnstown-Monroe-Margaretta game and one Julian Washington, who has just been putting up tremendous numbers over the past couple of years for Margaretta.
Such a great showcase. And, anyone watching at home, if you're able to watch all these games, you're going to have a really good sense of who the power players are across the state of Ohio.
Yeah, it's great that this is Columbus schools first, but then after that it's Columbus schools versus Columbus versus the rest of the world, but the rest of Ohio. You get a lot of great basketball games, there's state runners up, regional champions, district champions, up and down the board. So this is going to be a fun 3 days here as we finish off 2024. Columbus West looking to finish off Logan. Extra pass into the lane, layup shot will go for Jackson.
What a beautiful underhanded pass to the block.
Got a trap right across half court, but they get it away. Lawrence drives sideline, kicks it back out to Bowers, but behind him he couldn't get the 3 off. Now into the corner and Owen Bell. On the cutter to Lawrence inside with the spin move, too strong, gets his own board. Fought for, kicks it out, but out of bounds. It's a turnover. Now they're going to say it's going to stay. It was deflected off of Columbus West. I'm corrected again. It's a foul. Schofield will get his second foul. I got it right eventually I got it right, but they called a hold on the throw, and Logan will keep possession. Only the first foul, though, against West in the fourth quarter. Inbounds pass to Lawrence. Now to Bowers, left side. He backs it out as Logan trying to get something going. They're down 8, under 3 to play. Nice give and go. Layup shot, got it. Great play there as Owen Bell has 7 points in the second half, 12 in the game.
What I really like about that one is he took it up strong, realized that he had a man behind him.
And watch the passing here, too. Perfect give and go.
reading the passing lane perfectly and just the lead on it to catch him in stride.
West again will try to get this past 2 possessions into the lane. Euro step, just missed it though, and Logan does have a chance. Into the lane, Lawrence somehow gets it up but can't get it to fall. And both sides, tough shots that wouldn't go down. And that actually helps out West as it runs more clock down to 2 minutes, and we'll get a foul on the play. That'll be the 3rd on Owen Hughes.
A little bit of a hip check, but a 6-point lead approaching the 2-minute mark. Are going to have to make some decisions, and you are starting to get out of the territory again of waiting for a comfortable shot and having to get up something so you can try to salvage some extra possessions.
Second foul against Logan, and now, you know, the new rule from last year, 5 fouls in a quarter will get you to the line for 2 free throws. There's no more 1-and-1s. There's no more per half. It's 5 per quarter. That'll be a tie-up, and possession will stay with Columbus West. It's the first tie-up of the 4th quarter after Logan inbounded to start 4th quarter action.
Definitely see both sides of the rule change as well, where, you know, able to give the teams a little bit more flexibility in how they approach each quarter, but I do think it takes a little bit of the coaching aspect as well, where you do have to manage not only your guys but your team fouls going on later into the game.
Through the legs is Lane, just across the timeline, under 2 to play. Gets by his defender, then pulls it back out. Gets it right side to Johnson. 1:45 left. Johnson. And this is what you can do now, is you gotta make him try and steal things. Gets the floater though, put back, will go. Bolding's first field goal. It's back to an 8-point game, under 90 seconds left.
Really,
Bowers.
a lot of movement for Columbus West offensively, where they're trying to pass the ball around, but really I think their best bet moving the ball down the floor might just be to get it into the hands of their guards. They're dicing up their defenders.
Hughes airballs the corner 3, and West now can start feeling victory number 5 and an over 500 record. 1 minute left. Down the baseline, Schofield works his way back in, and he scores the tough hoop.
Just way too much space to give up there. It was an easy basket for him, way too easy.
8 points all in the second half. It's a 10-point game. Quick 3 on the other end, won't fall. Rebound Columbus West, and they will come out with a big win to start off the Hoopla. Euro step, yes.
Impressive athleticism, slowing things down, stopping on a dime, and still managing to get that up with the beautiful flow.
As Juan Schofield gets the hoop, and then on the other end, it's answered. And a final timeout will go to Logan. As you see, Chieftain's not giving up. Bell gets the bucket. He has 9 points in the second half, 14 for the day. It's 45-35. So Logan put up their best fight. They had this to within 2 possessions, but Columbus West, just the defense, the physicality, the speed, just a little bit too much for them.
Definitely something, a lot of silver linings for Logan going into the rest of the season. I mean, this is a team that was much more athletic, much more physical than them, and yet they found a way just using their offensive schematics to create opportunities for themselves. Definitely going to be something to focus on is how do we get these shots to fall in the future, especially in the first half, not really getting anything. Took them about a quarter and a half to actually get a three-pointer to fall. What's the mentality? Are we going through more practice, more shots? Is it actually a mentality thing where we're putting on pressure situations? But if that's going to be a key part of your offense, you've really got to answer that question moving forward.
$45-35, 27.6 left in this one. As Columbus West will break their huddle. And the referee's about to drop the ball and start the 5-second count. Now they come in. I don't think Reggie Miller is going to come out of the locker room anytime soon for Logan, though.
I don't think so.
Still, 27.6 left. You never know what could happen. Inbounds pass. And there will be a foul. That'll be the third.
Broken foul on number 3, Daniel Bowers, his third, team's fourth.
Now the scoreboard says 3 fouls in the quarter. The PA announcer just said 4, so we may have a bonus situation here. Inbounds. And there's the foul. That'll be the 4th against Bowers.
Logan fighting till the very end. You got to respect it.
And now they say it was the 4th, so we were right up here. So now Columbus West in the bonus with 22.9 left. Home run ball. Caught, layup. No good, but the put back doesn't go either. I don't know how that didn't go in. Take a look at the replay. Even fooled me.
Good old-fashioned cherry picking, but not able to get it. Lucky that they are able to hold on to possession underneath the basket, although it's not going to matter much with only 15 seconds left.
Gets it into Schofield. Pulls things back out. And Logan, I think, calling off the dogs here with 5 seconds, and that will do things in game number 1. Columbus West improves to 5-4 on the young season. They knock off Logan 45-35. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our post-game stats as well as our interview with today's player of the game in game 1. We'll be back.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the oh. Report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
winners of the game from Game 1 of the 2024 Holiday Hoopla. It is one, Owen Bell from Logan, the player of the game for Logan. He had a game-high 14 points, 9 of those coming in the second half. Owen, congratulations on being player of the game first in the inaugural Holiday Hoopla. Second half, it really things started to fall for you. What were you seeing out there on the court today?
Drives just started opening up, and we started playing better as a team. Ball movement.
Yeah, and you know, in the second half as well, you guys were down 11 for most of this game, but you guys put on a run. You cut it down to 5 points. You had a chance there. Just what did you like from your guys? What did you like from the fight? Because even though once Columbus West got it pushed out towards the end of the game, you guys were not giving up.
We just kept fighting. I mean, we've been doing this the whole season. It's just been tough. I mean, keep fighting every game though.
It's early on. You get to play in a holiday invitational like this. Just what can this do for you guys, being able to play some of the best teams in the state, and this, especially in the Columbus area, just help you guys out as you move forward, get back into your conference play and things like that?
Well, it's a good competition. It's going to help us continue to get better and keep playing.
All right, lastly, as we always do, if you want to look into the camera, give anybody you want to shout out, go for it.
My dad. He's been here forever.
There you go. Shout out Owen Bell's dad. Thank you, Owen. If you can now hand it off to our second player of the game from the victorious Cowboys of Columbus West, Jay Allen Lane scored the team high 12 points for the Cowboys. First of all, Jay Allen, congratulations. Just how's it feel to be able to play in a game like this? It's a different type of venue. It's a different type of atmosphere, but you come here and you get a win.
It feels great, As a city school, especially for West High, this is our first time we got to do something like this, so it was good to get a win.
You guys, Columbus City League basketball, it's one of the toughest conferences in the state of Ohio, and you guys showed it. You guys, physical, speed, is that's the name of the game for you guys?
Yes,
Out-physicaling inside the lane,
yes,
and then being that speed to get the turnovers, things like that?
Yes, sir. That's something we take with pride. We know as a city league we got to be aggressive, the fast ones. Yes, sir.
You guys, tough start to the season, but to some really good teams, close games. But you guys have really bounced back. You're 5-4 now. You're still 3-1 in the City League. Just what have you liked from your team the last few games?
We stayed together. Starting the season, we were 0-3. A couple guys is out, but we got everybody back together. And we went on a run, and last game we lost, but right here today we picked it up.
And just a win like this, going into the new year, you guys, what can a win like this do momentum-wise as you head on to the second half of the year and into 2025 and hopefully a run in the tournament?
Keep us going. Motivation, Yes, sir.
All right, lastly, as always, look in the camera. Give anybody a shout-out. Go for it, my friend.
My coaches and my teammates, keeping me up, keeping me staying in the gym and working hard, pushing me every day.
There you have it. Our MVPs. First off, Owen Bell for Logan, and right here, Jay Allen Lane. Congratulations and
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
What? Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the oh.report. All I want for Christmas is you to tune in every Wednesday night.
Back here to wrap things up quickly before we get to game number 2. Travis Berardi, Bryce Coder back here at the Convention Center. 45-35 the final as we take a look at some final statistics. 21 field goals, 1 3 for the Cowboys, 14 field goals, 3 threes for Logan, 10 turnovers to 6. Logan kept it close, but just the rebounding margin was just too much for them here today. Score by quarter, there you have it, 15-4, 7-7, 15-12, but then at 11-9, West run finishes things off. That'll wrap it up for game number 1. Want to thank everybody who helped make things possible. Bryce Coder, as well as Shane Young here today. Also want to thank Bleacher Republic for allowing us to be here this afternoon. And the Columbus Convention Center, very hospitable people. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back with game number 2 between Walnut Ridge and Villa Angela St. Joseph. So stick around.